Kenya Education Management Institute, Diploma in Education Management, Transforming Education Management, Module 2. The purpose of this video is to introduce and give an overview of the core approaches and practices underlying transformational education management. What does this module do for you? It will help you understand and appreciate how to lead and manage education institutions for results, develop understanding and apply relationship management skills, develop understanding and acquire skills for preparing a strategic plan, cultivate the skills required to develop top-performing teams, make use of performance management tools, reconceptualize your role as a change management agent, and be aware about quality management approaches. This module has 7 units, namely, leading and managing to achieve results, relationship management, strategic planning, building and sustaining top-performing teams, performance management, change management, and quality management. Unit 1. Leading and managing to achieve results. Welcome to the unit on leading and managing to achieve results. Let us first define what leadership is. Leadership is a process of enabling others to face challenges and achieve results in complex changing conditions. Your leadership style is determined by your concern for tasks and concern for people. These 2 dimensions of leadership interact to create 4 leadership styles, namely, participating leader or democratic leader. This leader has a high concern for people and low concern for tasks. Selling or effective leader. This leader has a high concern for tasks and high concern for people. Delegating or laissez-faire leader. This leader has a low concern for tasks and a low concern for people. Telling leader or autocratic leader. This leader has a high concern for tasks and a low concern for people. Lessons on leadership can also be applied from contemporary leadership styles such as transformational leadership and servant leadership. As a transformational leader, your focus will be on effective revolutionary change in your organizations through a commitment to the organization's vision. You can also apply servant leadership with stresses that the leader is a servant first and primarily takes care to ensure that other people's greatest needs are being met. Let us now define management. Management means organizing the internal parts of the organization to implement systems and coordinate resources to produce reliable performance. One of the best-known authors on management, Henry Fayol, 1841 to 1925, outlined 14 principles of management. These include division of work or labor, authority and responsibility, discipline, unity of command, unity of direction, subordination of individual interest, remuneration, the degree of centralization, scalar chain, order, equity, stability of tenure of personnel, initiative, esprit de corps. Building on the work of Fayol, social scientists Luther Gulick and Ulrich described 7 major functions of managers, which they described using the acronym POS, DCORB: planning, organizing, staffing, directing, coordinating, reporting, and budgeting. If you want to integrate leadership and management, you need to focus on how you can scan and plan. Scan your environment and identify your challenges and plan to address them. Focus and organize. Focus on a few priority challenges and organize your team and the work. Align and implement. Align and mobilize your stakeholders, staff, and resources and implement the plan. Inspire and monitor and evaluate. Inspire your group by enabling your staff to work on their commitment, creativity, and learning. and monitor and evaluate progress by setting baseline measurements and collecting and using data to track improvement. Unit 2. Relationship Management. Welcome to the unit on Relationship Management. If you want to be a great transformational leader, you must learn to manage relationships. The following skills are identified as critical for successful relationship management. Communication, public relations, conflict management, sharing, leadership, developing and empowering others, negotiating, networking, and emotional intelligence. Skill 1. Communication. The reason why some leaders are successful is because they communicate effectively. Let's start by defining communication. This is a process which involves sharing of information between or among people through a continuous activity of speaking, listening, and understanding. You need to understand that the process of communication comprises of 4 elements, which include the sender, medium, receiver, and feedback. The importance of effective communication is that it leads people to personal effectiveness, helps to network people, influences motivation for enhanced performance, builds better understanding between the managers and subordinates, and creates better interpersonal relations. Ensure that your organization has a communication strategy. A communication strategy is the why, what, who, when, where, and how of relaying information. Skill 2. Public Relations. What is it that leads to effective public relations? Before we answer this question, let us first define the term public relations. Public relations is a distinctive management function which helps establish and maintain mutual lines of communication, understanding, acceptance, and cooperation between an organization and its publics, who may include customers, employees, community members, news media, and government. Every institution requires public relations. Why? Public relations are important in promoting goodwill, promoting the product or service, and corporate image, corporate communications, lobbying, counteracting negative publicity, and promoting corporate identity or brand identity. Skill 3. Shared leadership, developing and empowering others. You need to practice to share leadership, mentor, and coach others in the workplace. What is shared leadership? This is the dynamic, collaborative process whereby power is distributed to teams for the purpose of achieving beneficial outcomes for the organization. In other words, there are many leaders in the institution and not just one. Every person at every entry level exercises leadership. What is mentoring? This is a personal developmental relationship in which a more experienced or more knowledgeable person helps to guide a less experienced or less knowledgeable person. What is coaching? This is a method for empowering teams. It is the art of inspiring, energizing, facilitating, learning, and performance development. Coaching can target a single person or a group. Coaching requires managers to be committed to the development and success of the people they are guiding. An effective coach cares about the person being coached, builds a relationship of trust, and listens well. A good coach asks questions and works with the staff to find solutions. Skill 4. Conflict Management. What is conflict? Conflict is when 2 or more values, perspectives, and opinions are contradictory in nature and haven't been aligned or agreed. Conflict is helpful when it raises and addresses problems, energizes work, motivates workers to participate, and helps people learn how to recognize and benefit from their differences. Conflict is a problem when it hampers productivity, destroys lives and property, lowers morale, causes more and continued conflicts, and causes inappropriate behaviors. Conflict management styles. Here are the 5 major ways that people use to deal with conflict. Competing. I win, you lose. Work to get your way rather than addressing the issue. Accommodating. I lose, you win. Giving to others, sometimes to the extent that you compromise yourself. Avoiding. I lose, you lose. Pretend it is not there or ignore it. Compromising. I win some, you win some. Mutual give and take. I win some, you win some. Mutual give and take. Collaborating. I win, you win. Focus on working together. Conflict resolution. The STOP method is a problem-solving process that could be used in conflict resolution. STOP is an acronym for situation, target, options, and plan. Describe the situation, identify your target, identify options, and develop a plan and act upon it. Skill 5. Negotiating. What is negotiation? Negotiation takes place when two or more people with different views come together to attempt to reach agreement on an issue. It is persuasive communication or bargaining. Negotiation is about getting the best possible deal in the best possible way. Skill 6. Networking. What is networking? This is the ability to find and nurture relationships with people and groups inside and outside the immediate workplace, including people higher up in the organizational hierarchy. Effective networking requires that you understand your organization program or division's management structure and that you know how to connect yourself and your team to those in power. Being connected enables you to get the information and resources that you need. In some places, it may be useful to network with the business community. Your relationships are often as important as the authority of your position when it comes to getting things done. Skill 7. Emotional intelligence. Why should I care about emotional intelligence at work? It may not seem necessary to think about our emotional intelligence when things are going well, but what about on a bad day? Sometimes it's when we do not want to think about our own improvement that we need it most. What is emotional intelligence? It is the ability to monitor one's own and other people's emotions, to discriminate between different emotions and label them appropriately, and to use emotional information to guide thinking and behavior. If you have emotional intelligence, it means that you have self-awareness that enables you to recognize feelings and help you manage your emotions.